Hey guys, this is Guitar Wiz here. I'm bringing you just a really quick little short video of kind of the before. I update my pedal board a lot. So here in the next couple days I got a couple things coming, such as like the Strymon Timeline, Analog Man, Prince of Tone, and the Clinch FX EP Pre. Also got a bid in on the Maxon OD 820, so hoping that I can possibly win that on eBay for a good price. If not, no harm, and I might pick one up in a few months or so. So I'm just going to go quickly here. I got Ernie Ball VP volume pedal. Good, decent, solid. It loses a little bit of tone, a little clarity compared to like a Boss or some other higher end volume pedals, but it does its job pretty well. I use it for swells and pretty much leave it full drive or full volume most of the time. That runs two outputs from here. One goes straight into the tuner, and one goes straight into the M5 tuner. It's pretty good. $80, $90 tuner. It's solid. You can comment if you want to know any more about any of these things. Run into the M5. M5, pretty good. I picked it up a couple weeks ago. Not super thrilled with it. Like, I'm not super like impressed with it. Sorry, the cable's falling everywhere. I'm not super impressed with it, but there are definitely some cool features. I like the analog chorus. I like the what is it? I like the tube echo. Here, let me just look through. Particle reverb's good. The cave is pretty good. Boost comp's pretty good. So I kind of like all those. They're pretty decent. So yeah, there's plenty of useless things on that pedal, but for the most part, it's pretty decent. Then I run from the M5 over to here to this guy. Most of you, I'm sure, have never seen this thing. This is the Noise Little Looper. It is a true bypass looper, so you run in and out, and until you activate these switches, all the stuff running out of these isn't in your chain. It's a pretty simple true bypass looper. I'm sure most of you know what that is. Here I got input 1. When this is engaged, the out runs up here, it's kind of dark, to my MXR custom comp, which I'm sure I'll keep after I redo my board. I'm sure I'll keep that in that same bank. I like having that kind of up front in my rig. Just brings everything down. Saved extra money for the Diamond. I wish I had. I didn't. And now it's kind of a expensive upgrade. Save the money if you've got it. If you don't, this is a good alternative. Better than the regular pedal. Get the custom comp. It retains a lot more tone to it than the regular MXR compressor. That's what I would recommend. Obviously, do what you want. From there, this runs right into here. So this is my loop that has two pedals in it. And this is the 10-band MXR 10-band EQ. It's got a gain on one side, volume on the other, which is a solid. I like that a lot, being able to increase gain and cut the volume so that you can get just a little more oomph behind your OD pedal while adding a mid boost or whatever you want in it. I think that's a really, really cool one. I am trying to sell it with the Clinch FX EP Pre coming, just to make up a little bit of money. I've spent a lot of money recently. You know, if you know anything about the Strymon Timeline, you know that it's not cheap. So I'm trying to sell this, but I may end up just keeping it, and if I can't get enough deal on it. So then out of there, it runs the outputs back into the Noise Little Looper. So now it would be engaged. Now when this is disengaged, none of that is even factored in my tone, which is nice when you're running buffered bypasses. It doesn't mess up your tone and really doesn't screw up your signal. From here, my middle runs up here to the fold drive. Also, two cables running everywhere. I'm in the process of reorganizing this all. Full drive 2 MOSFET by Full Tone. Good distortion pedal. I like the boost functionality. It's got a 3-way switcher up here. I don't know if you can see that. One is for vintage, the FM, which is like regular, and then the custom comp. I don't know if you can see any of that, but solid pedal. On my I don't want to say my bad amp, but on my old amp, the Fender Frontman 212R, good amp for the money, for sure. The notes would kind of blend together a little bit, I would say. I just bought myself the Fender Deluxe Hot Rod, and from that, this sounds a lot better. So much more usable pedal now in my mind, but that is my main distortion that I run, and I like having that boost functionality for solos or just bigger guitar rhythmic parts that I play. So good pedal right there. Alright, so that runs back here. That is a true bypass pedal, so I'm not gaining anything by using this. I am simply routing it up there and then having it accessible right up here. So that is another function of this, is it just kind of condenses everything, where you have 3 activation switches and you can control a bunch of your board without having to tip tap everywhere, all over, and like dance around. Third channel. This goes, right now I have it set to the Maxon OSD 9. Got this open on an auction on eBay right now. If you're watching this within like the next 10 hours, you can go over there and you can find it. It's like a $90 auction right now. I'm not trying to get much out of it. Just it's not a pedal I thoroughly enjoy. It does sound a lot better though through the Deluxe. On the Frontal Frontman 212R, running my Strat through it just didn't sound good, and I don't like that it doesn't have a tone knob control. I think that's really strange, and I don't know why they would have cheaped out of that. I think that would have made this pedal a lot better if it had tone control, and it just loses little mids in there, and I like my mids, and that's partly why I'm excited for the EP Pre, because it kind of gives you that a little bit. So then from this, when it's disengaged, all this goes straight through. None of those 4 pedals up there, these 4 right there, even matter. And then I run out into the stereo reverb by Hardwire. It's the RB7. I think it's the only reverb pedal they make. Good pedal. I use basically 2 functions on it. I use the Hall reverb. Happens to be my favorite. Sometimes I'll switch over to Spring, but I actually almost like the Spring reverb in the M5 more. But sometimes I'll switch it over to Spring or the Hall, and then if I'm not using that, I will use the reverse function. And the reverse function is really cool in this pedal. If you've never seen it, I would look it up, or I might make a video on it, I'm sure, eventually. But it's really, really cool. If you run a delay behind it and you run that reverse, it'll really picks up that reverse, and you can have it just be a complete wet signal, and really, really spacey, echoey stuff. So I use that a lot in my church, and just kind of bridging between songs or underscoring verbals or anything like that. It's a really, really solid pedal. It's straight up reverb, probably not as good as the Hall of Fame that's by TC Electronic. That's probably its main competitor. I would probably say, if you don't want that reverse effect, I would probably lean towards that TC Electronic Hall of Fame reverb. If that reverse effect is appealing to you, though, it is a really, really solid option. That goes out. Stereo, 2 inputs on the Deluxe. I don't know. I find it holds a little more behind it. And then here I have the Pedal Power Plus, or 2 Plus. You know, every guitar player uses the Voodoo Labs, you know, stuff. It's kind of a mandatory thing if you're running a lot of pedals. And then my higher outputs, the 18 volt outputs, I run that into the full drive, and right now I have that running into here. I may switch that up depending. I don't know what the Analog Man wants, but if the Analog Man prints a tone would accept that 18 volts, I'll probably run him into that. So I'm out of time, guys. I will talk to you guys later, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions. And this is Josh. I'll talk to you later.